Now, the next bit I wanted to talk to you about was how to bring in 10 tips to bring in more money quickly. Right, now, obviously, then you need systems, structures, foundations in place to continue the job. But 10 ways to bring in money more quickly. The first one is momentum. So this kind of works all the way through, but what you'll need to build is momentum. This isn't quite as quick. So the other ones are more quick, but this one isn't quite as quick. But the reason it's important is because you're not going to earn any money anyway if you don't build momentum. So if you're just starting out, or if you've had some time out and you're coming back, or you're building maybe a new product line or a new service line, then you need to build momentum in that. And it can build really, really, really fast because of your enthusiasm. I remember 20 years ago, because I'm so old, when I first learnt Reiki, and I had a fully booked clientele I had people on a waiting list waiting for me to do my Reiki 2. So I'd done my Reiki 1, I had people waiting to book for my Reiki 2 when it was booked in. So momentum is about that. It's about getting going. It's about getting those clients in. It's about getting those sales going. It's about getting those reviews going. This is why I realised the other day I was being sent all these things to review, and I was like, oh, this is really lovely. Why are they sending me these things to review? And I realised it's for momentum. It's a few people basically wanting reviews on Amazon. That's what they're looking for. So they're sending me their stuff for free so that I can review it on Amazon. And it's all good stuff. It happens to have been really well timed for me, so it's great. If you need tips specific to you as to where you're at and what might build momentum, just pop them in there. But I'll give you another example. Talking to somebody the other day. She's a blogger. She's a really well-known blogger. She's hurt her knee. She's running lots of marathons and stuff. And I thought, wow, if she'd been connected to her local business network, and if in there was a massage therapist or osteo or sports therapist, can you imagine the momentum they could build by doing something for her and her reviewing it and splashing it all out over social media? Okay, so that's momentum. So that's number one. Number two, if you're needing to earn money more quickly, then you are probably a bit stressed. This is tricky. I appreciate that you might be stressed. You might actually be feeling quite desperate. So what you need to do is get out ahead of those thoughts. That might sound a bit weird, but for you to make good, clear decisions, for you to make quick decisions, for you to bring money in quickly, for you to have the right energy to be able to do it, and for you to have the right vibe to be able to do it, you need to be able to get out ahead of these negative emotions, these negative thoughts about money, the negative thoughts about how difficult it is to bring in clients, and you need to focus on more positive thoughts and focus on feeling good. Now, if you're that desperate, you might actually just have to distract yourself for a little while. So you can distract yourself with watching telly, not vegetating watching telly, but watching telly that you enjoy and makes you feel good. So distract yourself with a book, television, seeing a friend, something like that. Distract yourself out of that feeling of desperation. Then work on your thoughts being more positive. You can be honest. It's been difficult to get clients, but now it's getting easier and easier every day. I can see the evidence of this. I've just received an extra couple of clients that I didn't have before. I don't know where they came from. That's brilliant. Clients are coming in more and more easily. I'm finding ways more and more easily to find clients. I'm looking for ways more and more easily to find clients. So each time you catch yourself thinking something negative, you change it, because your thoughts will affect how you behave. Therefore, if you're thinking negatively, you're much less likely to actually take the action you need to take, and it affects you energetically and emotionally and vibe-wise. So that's number 2. Get out ahead of those negative thoughts. Number 3, again, daily meditation. Daily meditation is really important. And if you would like a meditation for abundance, then I have done one. Maybe I should share it in here as well. But if you go into my Facebook group, #Mummy Whisperer Tips, and you look at my free course, The Magic Switch, on the last day there's an abundance meditation. And what it looks at is helping you to feel the abundance coming into your life, help you feel it fill up the whole of your life, your savings, your house, your life, and everything else, and feel it and going out and to be shared into the world, because that's what money is. Money is just an energy. Oh, I've got some comments down here. Yes, clients are finding me easily. Yeah, exactly, because they could be looking for you, Lorna. So it's about feeling that cycle of abundance, feeling more and more abundant. The more you meditate on that, the more you'll notice and appreciate the good things in your life. The more you notice and appreciate that, the more you will actually just get. Both because you'll be more enjoyable to be around, you'll come across as more certain for new clients, and energetically you're letting it in as well. Oh, bless you. Yes, Lorna did. Lorna did my abundance meditation, and she got some Airbnb's book straight away. So yes, well done, Lorna. Yeah. I'm so glad. Right, so those are 3 things. Momentum actually had some action around it, but 2 and 3, easy to fit in. Quick meditation. Have a look at your thoughts. Number 4, remove your distractions, focus. Now, I am I love learning things and all the rest of it, and what distracts me is personal development, spiritual development, more and more courses, Facebook groups, and so on. So, naughty student. Sorry, Lorna. Yeah, that's the second time today you've called yourself naughty. So I'm going to tell you off now. Stop calling yourself naughty. You're just perfectly normal. Yes, remove distractions. Focus. Focus on money generating activities. Focus on bringing more money in. Focus on bringing more clients in. Focus on that. Move everything else out. Yeah? So remove the distractions. I came out of 101 groups. And you need to bear this in mind, actually, if you are running Facebook groups or sending out newsletters or whatever. I see lots of people going, oh, nobody wants to read my blog, or nobody's reading my newsletter. Well, no, that's because these people have got their priorities right. There's loads going on in their life. They're trying to remove distractions, and they're only going to focus on what is their priority, and your priority is to bring in some more money. Okay? And so if you want them to read your stuff, you need to hit their button. You need to hit something really important, really, really important, and then they will. Then they'll read it, or take your freebie, or buy your product, or whatever. But you can't expect them to engage with you in your group. You can't expect them to buy your stuff. You can't expect them to look for you. You can't expect them to keep trying to buy from you if it's difficult. You just can't. Number 5. This is a tip I got from somebody called Jessica Cave at Lindholm. So I want to give her due credit for this. I was already doing bits of it, but it's really, really simple. The beginning of the day, you align. You aligning is you make sure you feel good, right? Feel good. You feel like that person that we talked about in the journaling. You feel like that person. You remind yourself of what she feels like in however long it is, 3 months, 6 months, 5 years, whatever. You do a meditation, you tune in, you make sure you start the day feeling great. Now, I have to say that you guys have been fabulous. You guys have aligned me every single day, because I have just had the best week with you running this business booster. So that has been thoroughly easy for me this week. Generally, I align by taking the dogs for a walk. That gives me that moment of peace. I feel, it's going to sound a bit weird, I feel like my aura is stroked by the trees, and I'm happy and relaxed and so on, and ready to get going if I do that. I also feel that then I've done a bit for my health. So that's how I align generally. and a cup of tea, obviously. So you align, share a message. So you've got something funny, useful, or whatever to share. Yeah? Share a message out into the world, whether it's a newsletter, Instagram post, Facebook post, LinkedIn post, whatever it is. Share your message out into the world and make sure that in that message you sell. Align, share, sell. So at the bottom of that message, you're going to have a call to action. You're going to sell something. Maybe you sell your free group. Maybe you sell your service, your product, or whatever. Lovely lady the other day, and I saw her, and she had a Facebook group, and she sells like crafty stuff. But what might happen is someone might see her post where she's made something, but it wasn't clear from that post that what her and her child had made was actually from one of the kits that she sells. Right? So the only thing that would have made that post just a little bit more perfect is at the bottom, it could just say, by the way, this was one of the kits that I sell. You're really welcome to have it if you want it. It might be a bit noisy in a minute. People arriving home. You're really welcome to it if you want it. It'll only cost you this much. And if you want to buy it like this, and it will take this long to get to you. Right? So really, really simple. Align, share, sell every day. So we were talking already about your priorities. That's your first thing that you do every day. Align, share, sell. Now, is it always what I do? No, it's not. I probably focus firstly on nurturing my existing clients, and then I go on from there. But that's because that kind of aligns me. There's another saying, the work is the cure. I find on my most difficult days that working with you guys is what makes me feel fab. So maybe I would share after working with a client, probably. Right, so that's number 5. Number 6, let's look at some money ways of bringing more money in. This is a financial tip. When you're wanting to bring more money in, that's because there's a reason. So loads of people stick their head in the sand, need clarity on where you are and how much you need and what your situation is. So that's really, really important for a number of reasons. One, it reduces stress because actually generally the numbers aren't quite as bad as you think. 2 is you're not sticking your head in the sand, so you're not likely to get absolutely clouted because you've been trying to ignore how bad it is. And 3, energetically, you're proving to the universe that you value money, that you're reliable, and that when it does send you some more money and it does send you some more clients, that you will look after it. Right? So you need clarity on where you are and how much you need. Next tip, as another financial tip, is if you have big goals that you need to achieve, or you have debts that you need to pay off, break them down into maybe monthly, weekly, or daily ones. Much more achievable. So if what you're trying to achieve is, for instance, an extra 50 quid a week, but therefore all you need to do is earn £10 a day extra, that's much more achievable, right? It's much more achievable to say that 50 quid a week than to say I need an extra £200 a month, or an extra £500 a month, or an extra 1,000. When you look at it, when you break it down, it's much easier. So break down what you need to earn. Tip number 8. Jan, do you know we've talked about this already? Just to remind you, prioritise money-earning activities and taking opportunities that come up. I can't tell you how many people I've just seen. It must be why I repeat it so many times. Do that. If you need to earn money, prioritise the earning of the money. Okay, I don't need to say that again, do I? No. Number 9, count your blessings and be happy for other people who are successful. So when you see another clothes shop or flower shop or coach or healer doing well and being successful, go, well done to them. Well done, because you're congratulating them on their abundance. You're therefore seeing abundance. Therefore, you're feeling, it makes you feel more abundance. Don't think, oh no, that's not fair, they've got it all and I haven't got it, or why haven't I got clients and they have, I'm just as good. Don't do that. Just wish everybody well. Yeah, wish everybody well. And then count your own blessings. Why would that help? Counting your own blessings makes you a nice person to be around. That makes you a nice person to buy stuff from. Being grateful for what you've got. If you think about the kids that are ungrateful for what they've got, you don't want to give them any more. When they are grateful for what they've got, you do want to give them more. Sometimes you just have to remind yourself. That's why in your letting go meditation every evening, it's got the whole let go of the day, so you can start the next day well, and then counting your blessings. And even though I've done this at Big Therapy, the DeMartini method, which was all about gratitude and counting blessings, I still actually had to remind myself. I did have to stop for a little while. Counting your blessings, you will find the more you do it, has quite a spiritual aspect to it. For me, one of the problems was it would connect me get me quite inspired, and then I'd get loads and loads of ideas and not be able to sleep. So so there was a time when I couldn't do it at bedtime. I'd have to do it in the morning. So if you get that, that's why. And the final tip is make a list of 50 ways you could earn £100 a day, or save £100 a day, or sell something that would give you £100 a day. Make a list. It might start slow, but you'll find it will grow much, much more quickly. So when you think of just, how could I make 50 quid today? How could I make £100 a day? How could I make £1,000 a day? 50 ways that you could do that, because you may be forgetting things that you can do, forgetting abilities that you've got, forgetting products that you've already got that you could sell, forget assets you've got that you could sell. Maybe it's time to let go of a few bits and pieces. So definitely make a list of 50 ways that you could make £100 today. And then actually from there, take action. Do some of them. Yeah. So that was, how did I do? Yeah, I've done relatively well this time, a bit quicker than last time. That was my 10 top tips to bring in money quickly for you. Please do let me know if you decide to actually follow some of those tips, and how it goes for you. And if you do have any really particular struggles at the moment, just let me know and we'll come up with some more ideas for you. People love to give me money. Remind me to say this one. Yes. Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah. And they do. I can't tell you how many times I'm just selling my car at the moment. That's one way of getting some money. Selling my car, and I'm going to get a lease car. That's one way of getting some money and saving money, because then I know I don't have any sudden bills coming up. And it's really cheap. But before that, I'm a huge Mini fan. I love minis. And several times I'd realised that my Mini was not going to actually work much longer, because I've got a teenage son who doesn't fit in it. I can't fit the dogs in it. I can't fit stuff in it. I mean, I've loved it, but and so if I was going to stick with the Mini, I was going to have to move up to the Clubman or the Countryman. I went in at least twice to a Mini sale showroom to try and sell my Mini and buy a new one. And it's not that they weren't willing, it's just that they weren't fun to give my money to. And I just wouldn't. I just couldn't buy a Mini from them. I was gutted. I really wanted to buy a Mini. There was no way in hell I was buying a Mini from them. No way at all. So yes, people love to give you money. People do love to buy things from us. I think often we don't really think about it. And if you think about it, if you look at all those shops, apparently when people go into places like Boots and stuff like that, they spend on average at least 40 to 50 quid each time they visit. If you look at all those clothes shops, people are easily buying clothes that are £100 a time. And you can't tell me that your service or your product isn't as good as them. It must be. And therefore, people would love to give you their money. Love to. Really, really love to, because you're going to take care of them. They're going to have a warm, fuzzy feeling dealing with you, and they know that they'll be well taken care of, and that you mean something to them. So, right, that's that for tonight. You take care, guys. I'm going to come in tomorrow and do a quick live about what's next in terms of this business booster. All right then, take care, and don't forget, everybody deserves to be both happy and healthy and wealthy. Everybody does, and it's perfectly possible. See you soon.